That should be it now. God, man, so many buttons to press. And I managed to fuck it up every time. Anyway, mic is on, audio's on. G-Man, how you doing, pal? How has your weekend been treating you so far? Yeah, that is Sunday. How has your weekend been treating you so far? Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Is your name Mick? That is. The whole Mick since 86. But aye, it's Mick. That's how you can refer to me as. Or Paul streamer. Is that what you want? Right, how are you? So, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I got it right this time. I keep getting the order mixed up. We are on part 2 from last Sunday. I don't think much happened last time. So we met up with the other 8. Number 9. I don't actually think we found out the name of number 9. No, I think it was just 9. Number 9, man. He's gone. That in a pretty gruesome way. So we found out all the wee wrist things, with bombs in them. So there's now 8. This Monday's bank holiday in Greece. Nice. What's the mid of a 3-day pause? Same here actually. We've got Monday off for a May Day holiday. Don't really know what it's for, but you know, it's a bank holiday. We're off Monday. That's all we need to know. But I've took the rest of the week off, so really I'm off all week, with only having to use a few days leave, which is nice. And now we're in the UK, got the coronation next Monday, but it's a bank holiday, so nice, some nice time off. Bye. What else happened in the game? So we've met up with everybody else, split into 2 teams. We are with Santa and Dancer. I can't remember what name she used. But with them and June. We figured out the bathroom puzzles. We had this long spiel about this experiment about how you're showing an image, don't know what it is, but then you're told what it is, that's all you can see. And I can't remember what the name of the experiment was, but it was pretty interesting. I've made our way through the kitchen, we did the freezer puzzle, and I think we're just about to exit the kitchen. So we're not too far through, we're like an hour-ish in. Kinda. But we're about to go to the next section and... Oh wait, I don't even know if we're going to meet up with the other group. The other group was somewhere else there. They're gone. They're away. Aye. See what happens. Oh. So, Jimmy, if you don't mind asking, how did you find the stream? It's your first playthrough and you've only gone through door number 4. Exactly. I have played this before, this was like years and years ago, but I can only remember up to choosing the doors between 4 and 5. But yes, we did go through number door, but God's sake, we went through number 4. And aye, so we've done part of that. Because everybody else said to go through number 5. I think I just went with it when you were asked, you're like, follow there. 4 is fine with us. The game so much that I've played it a bunch of times, keep watching every English student that comes out with 998. Nice. Hopefully I won't disappoint you, hopefully I won't frustrate you too much when we try to figure out the puzzles, but I'm not too bad at puzzles, might take us a wee second, but I will get there. But like I said, I've only played it once, and I can't remember if it was that. I've played this in Virtue's Last Reward once, and just never went back to them, but I don't know for no particular reason. And I can't remember which ending goes with what game, so really I don't know what to expect. Let's get this loaded. Yes. So it should be continuing from the kitchen. Right, aye, so we've got the sound key. Alright, I guess I'm showing your face. You know what? It'd be better? Showing this. Actually showing the game. Let's see if I'd done that before you said it. We could have kept that title, but so far I've dropped it. Okay. The VTuber. I don't actually mind VTubers. I know quite a few VTubers. Yeah, don't bother me. Enough for the game and the chat really, but if you're already enjoying it, then thank you. Right, so we've got a Silent Key card. We have done. Oh wait, we have done everything because it's the door I need for this. Card I need to get. For me, looking at reactions probably wouldn't. You know what? That is fair. That's fair. I have a very emotive face, apparently. I don't know what that means, but aye. And I find it quite hard to hide it. Like if I'm annoyed, or if I'm shite myself, or if I'm confused, it's going to come through. Right, so we're done with the kitchen. Pretty sure we've found everything we need to. Done this bit, done the cook bit, done the freezer. Oh, that's the door came through. Right. Okay. Blah 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 blah. We are ready. Card reader, late screen. Oh, right. Sorry to use the card, so on we go. We found it. Nice. Afternoon, Si.
I think we've been here before.
How you doing? How is your weekend going so far? But I just did a review, so you were here last time anyway. Done the bathroom puzzles, done the kitchen puzzles, and freezer puzzles. Literally just clicked the handle as you came in. So the only thing you've missed is I think we've been there before. Feels appropriate to get some Singleton while watching a Scottish stream like that. I don't really understand what you mean, G. Seems appropriate to get some Singleton while watching a Scottish stream like that. Yeah, you may have to clarify that. I don't really. Singleton of Dufftown. Oh, okay, Scotch. Right. I don't drink Scotch. I drink rum if I'm going to drink anything. And that's pretty much it. So unless it's rum, I'm not going to know. But absolutely get some Scotch. Get a good whiskey, get a good Scotch, something. Just show myself up. Buy a pirate. We'll go with that, a pirate.
The elevators are over there, so that means...
Lotus. I could not remember her name. So it's Santa, Lotus, June, and me. Or Junpei.
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
Junpei. Not Jun... Oh, Junpei. Oh, Junpei. Not Junpei.
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes.
God, I'm gonna need to... Fast refreshing how you feel about each character. June, I'm not sure about June. I'm not quite sure what to think of June yet. Lotus is fine. Lotus hasn't really done anything other than be quite informative. Santa though is a bit of an arse. I don't like Santa. I think he's just a bit too arrogant. Just a bit of a dick. And I know they're all young, so I'm trying to be like, he's young, leave it at that, but aye. Not liking him too much. The rest I can't really remember, but I don't have much feelings on them. There you go. There's your quick refresher.
Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D. First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors. But they were
Fallen
both
8-6.
locked. We
That I
couldn't open
was.
them.
Just
Now, route
tail
C.
end 86.
This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
Yeah. Keep hitting the scroll button.
Then do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is opened? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed, but it's open now. What do you think that means?
They opened it.
I just beating you there, at now. Monica, how's it going, pal? How are you? How was your weekend so far?
Most likely.
Actually, I know your weekend's going good. Saw that cake, strawberries and cream.
And if we take Route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
Then that means
Right. So we got
Route
one
D
route.
then.
D it is.
Yep, Route D.
then we're set.
Cool. Right.
Everything looks okay here.
I thought I was gonna have to choose a route, but chosen for me.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D-Deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
At least the water
Cool.
level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs,
less.
just like the floor above.
Hold on, these are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Another strange mark.
Oh, wait. Well, I need to change some quickly. Just give me 2 seconds just to fix this. Keep forgetting I need to do this every time. Right, that should be that. Every time I need to fix that trigger fire thing.
Hey, look, it's Lotus's symbol.
Can't wait for the age. I need that many Lotus's personalities. Wow, you came in the right place, Monica. You don't get to make all the decisions as a group. You know what? Fair. It's not all about me, I suppose. There's another 40s here.
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it. That seems like... Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
What was that about the mark again?
Yeah, deserved.
Nothing.
This is a Mercury symbol. The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Just get a notebook, just in case, because I did it last time. Right. So,
Hermes, herpes, whatever. If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
does it have a little Malibu?
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then.
And there must be
Let's
Malibu
just
now.
disregard the elevators for
Be
now.
happy.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
Yep.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime.
That's even worse.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
And now the right hallway.
There are doors here too.
Some
Well, I guess it's
doors.
just 4 this time.
One each.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one. Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Weekend has been good. When what we done? Went to the pictures yesterday. Did watch Evil Dead Rise, which is pretty good. I'd recommend it. It's good. Kind of gory horror stuff. That's what you're into. It's pretty decent. Funny in parts as well. Really should watch the original Evil Dead because I've never seen them. Right, got some numbered doors here.
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
What? Is this me getting in trouble for not watching the original Evil Deads?
Is this a hospital?
It definitely has the smell.
Could be. I see medicine cabinets and
It's
surgical
interesting, I've
tools.
not seen the old ones. See, the thing is, if I go and see the new ones, which I think are the new ones, alright. I didn't enjoy the first new one, but then if I go back and watch the originals, I'll appreciate them even more. Surely.
Hey, look there.
Or
The 4
something.
doors at the end. The left
Santa
door
can
says
get through
3.
that. Oh no, wait. It needs to be a minimum, doesn't it?
The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Well done.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
No point worrying about it right now.
Just about
Let's see
life
if these
choices.
will open first.
Never. I am full of justifications.
Yes,
You know that.
that sounds like a good plan.
They're all going to be locked.
Oh, it's no use.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the nonary game? We have to activate the red, or the
Lois
numbered
gets
doors
it.
won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So they're off.
But this one,
There's nothing on it.
right?
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
It's not responding.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None
All
of them
off?
are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No, that's impossible. You really
Every
think
time.
Zero, who prepared all of this,
Every time Santa opens his mouth, I'm just like,
would make
shut
such a
up.
stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
Snake! Ace! Clover!
Your
7!
gang's all here then.
How?
How did you end up here?
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Well, smash some puzzles. That's pretty
There
much
you
it.
have it. Our half of the story.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
So you figured
Hmm.
that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
That's convenient. Making something see wish could look like him. That's
Yeah.
side. Hmm.
And while you were
Feel-
looking
feel desperate
around,
for the
you
white
heard
hair.
voices.
That'll be it.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Maybe gosh,
Why don't we check those 3 reds again, just in case?
like, but that'll be it. I need the. What is that? Is that meant to be a scarf?
You're right. Huh. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
God, Jinpy's just on the
Well,
fucking
this isn't
ball.
good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Well, what about that
Yep.
hallway over there? Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You definitely have tried to dress like Mick is a teen. Like this. Now, I thought the Hardys were alright when I was younger, but I preferred like Kane and
Hospital
Undertaker.
rooms.
So,
That's what's behind all those doors?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this
Like that,
large
oh, yeah.
one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was
What's
able to
that,
get a
eh?
good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
I wonder what they all mean.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Why not?
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital
Cosplay's still
ship.
very nice. Aye, next week I'll find an old couple of t-shirts and shred them up and get some of that hair wax that dyes your hair.
Chances are it's the
Right.
gigantic.
Cosplay Santa Fiza.
The gigantic?
What is this gigantic?
The gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic,
gonna
built in the
say
early
sister
20th
ship.
century.
I wish I did.
Actually, the Titanic had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The
Triple sin.
gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gordain bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself, which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
Yeah,
Possible.
at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is
Proof?
really the gigantic.
No. Is my word not enough, Lotus?
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship.
Oh my god, pardon me. Excuse me. The horizontal undelimited in-screen chat. Do you mean you can't see that? Is it the bit, this bit here, that the mouse is behind? Sorry, 2 secs. Sorry, it's having fun. See. And if you're next, oh right, you mean like it should be your name, end of sentence, your name again. I get what you mean. I can maybe have a look at that.
So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
I didn't mean to put something in so it disappear. It doesn't break messages up. No, I'll have a look at that. I'm trying to remember what I got. I remember. I'll be like that. It was a bit confusing. I can change it easily. Easily done. Well, hopefully easily done. But I'll have a look at
No,
that.
I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
How convenient.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Yeah.
Your point being?
Wait, was I the only one that didn't know? Why?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
What?
Just about
Huh.
3?
A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. 10, 11, 12.
It's been there for 3 hours.
12.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left.
We don't have any
Alright.
time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've
Look.
looked everywhere in this room. That only leaves one place to look.
Look.
One?
Well, not just one.
That's not what the
Wait.
subtitle said.
Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Don't freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
4 rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Cool.
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
We'll
Guess
all
I'll
meet
be
up when
told.
the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah, sounds straightforward enough.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then let's do this.
Here we go.
It's a 1. I better get back to the others.
Okay, I'm not doing anything. I was going to at least give me the option to have a look.
Huh? What are they doing over there? What happened, guys?
Jumpy, look!
Vacant? Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well,
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
Turned up, not already
Well,
on.
that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know.
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
How convenient. Lotus.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other 2?
They're the same.
Let me take
So
a look.
trusting it now. Jumpy's like, you know what? I hear you.
It's
I'm
just
gonna
as you
check, though.
said.
I can't just take your word for it. I need to see it.
All right, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Shit. You know what I haven't done? I like you act a little sad and get to spend those snare rooms or whatever. Yeah. I just thought, it'd be something. I keep forgetting every time. No. Do that. Right. Monica,
Correct.
your chicken strips should be working. Do I give that another wee go?
none.
Huh. Wait a minute.
Is that what you're finding about? No, that was the. What's it called? The channel redeems. Because they don't work. First off, but they don't work straight away. I need to, for some reason, re-add it every stream. Oh, what the fuck's wrong with it? Which means. Oh, wait.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
Oh, I love that. Never get bored of that. Excuse me. Right, so channel redeems should now be working. And if the filter's on,
Where's
so the green screen
Snake?
won't appear. A little bit banana nonsense? Not at all. I love the nonsense side. What makes the channel what it is. Sorry TV, how's it gone, pal?
Does that mean that he
How was your
found them?
weekend been gone?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Was he late? You think I make a channel where I was. Oh, stop it, Snappy. Stop it.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
I need something to up the interest. I can only keep it going for so long. Yeah, sorry, first time chat. How was it gone? How'd you find the stream? You're a big 999 fan? Is that what it is?
No!
Oh.
That's impossible! Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing! He can get around as well as anyone who can see! So he couldn't get lost! That's impossible! I'm gonna go look for him!
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait! Well, that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
Tell you what.
Well, the red is working now.
No! We're not leaving 2 people behind! We should go look for them!
There's not
Oh,
really
man.
anywhere they can
This
go.
ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
I mean, I agree with Santa, but he's still an arse. I find quite often join streams of people streaming the Zero Escape trilogy. Very nice. In the right place then.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Let's split up.
Bringing all the non-honorary fans here.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
All right,
It's just
we should go
big
too.
directions. Never seen Yara.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Those.
How
Casino.
about the casino on B deck?
Nobody in the casino.
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way,
What? Okay.
I've
Just-
got a
just not seen
proposal
it.
for you two. Care to hear it?
Excuse me.
What is it?
Let's have a listen.
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8.
So that means, right, let me just... This means the
Our
numbers...
digital route would be 1,
One.
but there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room.
That's it.
The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we
I'm
add
not sure about
5
7.
plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Gives answers. I know, but it's like, I'm keeping the maths ticking over, just in
minute.
case it asks me another maths.
What about the
Puzzle.
other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
I
And
need,
you
I need
know
to keep the maths
the number 1
ticking
door
over.
isn't in the big hospital room, right?
I don't watch streams. Then the event reads stop. Why not? Yeah, why not? Can you lie in here? There's worse places for you to end up, Sora. Afternoon, Kev. I've just done a wee maths puzzle in my head. Didn't need to do it, but you know.
Of course
got
I
it.
know that.
But found the chat waiting for NPC to tell me the maths answer.
No! Are you
Also
saying
that.
you'd leave them behind?
Kev, how's it going? How's your weekend
Of
been
course
treating you?
not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't
Probably not.
really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
Did the game teach you Hex? Or did you already know? I had no clue about Hex until this game. So that's something new I've learned. And I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. I did. So yeah. So if it comes up again, I'm ready. Just gonna say I would experience the elevator scene chat. The only kind of elevator scene chat I've had is people saying there's some lifts. And that's it.
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Alright, so we've been through one main door, which was the one at the start.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Well, let's try and find another
Sure.
way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right?
It's going to be a few more
The
deaths
number
then.
9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
So say 3 people are going to die, 3 people will be left behind.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail. Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that?
Survival, the
That's-
fast jumping.
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There's some things I need to think about.
That didn't turn
Guess
out
so.
to be a very pleasant conversation.
So we're not going to the casino.
Well, regardless, let's just focus on finding Snake for now. Okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah. All right. Where should we go next?
There's something about Snake I'm not too sure about. Just because he had the instructions in Braille. He could have told us anything.
Let's go take a look at the first
class
class cabin. It's
Joined Ellie. Yeah, hi Ellie.
Are you all right?
3 is better than all 9. Think rational. Well, we've lost 1 already, so there's only 8. What's another 3? Especially if we get to survive it.
Look,
Come back,
I know
no?
you're really worried, but
At some point. Oh, jump! I should have just left it alone.
Alone. Alone.
Hmm?
Alone. I said leave me alone! You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off! Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Alright, fair. Fair.
Why are you still here? Did you hear me? Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
all right. Let's go, June.
Yeah.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake. So, where do you think we should go next?
Go back to the casino.
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
So we can actually get to the casino.
There's no one here. Let's try somewhere else.
Gherkin, how's it going, pal? How's your weekend so far? Yeah, streaming Twilight Princess as well. Try to get through all the games I've never done before, so there is a pretty huge list. Zelda games being some of them. So I've done Link to the Past, Ocarina, Majora, and we're on to Twilight Princess. Hallway with
Let's
all
go
the
back
rooms.
downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors. Oh,
Gherkin,
it's Ace.
you've not missed much. We've lost Snake, wandered off. Try to all the games you've not done. I know I'm gonna be streaming till well after I'm beat.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
You know what? Let's
Let's
talk
go.
to Ace. We'll talk to everybody else.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... well, that's obvious, isn't it?
You know what? Si, I might kind of dial it back to games that I've not played that are well received. Games that I should play. See, we make a list of games to play before you die type thing. Why seeing a flame animation? Oh, it's just the green screen. Oh, it's the green screen. There we go. It's the border. The grey border's coming through my head. It's actually coming through my t-shirt. We just did that. There we go. I keep wearing the wrong colour t-shirts for this screen. You have to hope they just stop making games. That's the only way I'm catching up, Si. I need to apply myself You know what? I need to quit my job, do this full time, then I'll catch up with everything. And they'll have to be changing it like Solid Snake, and it's ridiculous, Monica. This will be the prequel to the Metal Gear series. This is how Snake became who he is, and somehow regains his sight. Awesome and V Products just got home from going to lunch with my future in-laws, mum and fiance, and a lodger friend. So we get started on the wedding planning. Nice.
I assume you haven't found him yet?
So what kind of things have you thought about so far? So you'll go for a kind of smaller type and having the big party later, wouldn't you? Snake Escape Room Origins, exactly.
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
That's what we're going to find him in a box.
I
We're
really
hiding
wonder
somewhere.
where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Right.
Yeah, Clover's not doing well.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why? Well,
Why
it's
not?
obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Oh, that must be it. That must be it. No, I don't look like my brother and sister at all, so we can't
Yes,
possibly
you
be
know,
related.
now that you mention it. Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare. At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time.
Yeah, none of this idle chit-chat,
Very
jumping.
well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right.
So we're Clip's in authority.
Let's go,
I was going
Jumpy.
to just turn up to the guild house, then dinner after, but mum and mum-in-law having a ball with it. Kind of just put them at it. Small thing of 20 people and the big thing like that. Yeah, if they want to get involved and do most of the planning,
Something about that was...
just like aye. As
I'll
long as they
think
take
on it
piss.
later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority. All right, where should we go next?
Where have we not been?
Why don't we go
Large
back to the
hospital?
big hospital?
Okay, let's go then.
Hey, wait.
Pretty much
that's
everywhere else.
Santa?
Tim, like,
What are you doing?
you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Guts of the red.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for?
I'm going to keep it vague.
Maybe there's someone else on this ship
Keep
with
it vague.
us.
You mean someone hiding here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just an idea.
The most they call already, maybe a so laid back, so well, we'll have fun with it. It's exactly. Though they love less of the inner elements, they're going to come here with like boulders, like Polly Pocket, felt like Polly Pockets, just felt stuff.
And you're saying
like-
this mystery person fixed the reds?
Own wedding planners without having to pay them. Just taking a wee dinner, maybe once or twice. Cheaper than getting an actual planner.
Yeah,
Why?
that's, I don't know.
Seems unlikely.
Why?
I don't know. Just a feeling. Hard to believe Zero'd bring in a secret 10th player.
Why?
I mean, the name of the game is the Nonary game, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what Nonary means, right?
No, that's not what I meant. I mean more like someone who's been living here for a long time.
Enjoying these puzzles out, see Call Series 9 hour. That's like the only streams. Oh, I didn't even
Or
think of that.
someone who, like, stayed here.
Seriously?
Oh,
That's
this is a
even
trilogy,
more
Kev, so if I
ridiculous.
can get through them quickly and do 3 per nonary game, that'd be 9. Or, what's it? The digital route. If I can get some streams like that, so like, I don't know, 18 streams, that'll
What
end
do
up
you
with 9
think
as well.
Zero would leave them alone?
So, in other
I'm not gonna
words,
do
one of
anything
us
stupid,
is
don't
the
worry.
person who fixed the red.
They both came with their own notebooks and each other's numbers, WhatsApp, and are organising meetings for planning nights and wine. Seems good. There's zero chance you're doing this game in one more stream after today.
Bingo! We have a winner.
And that's
But if
that's
that's
not
true-
a challenge, I say. The second one is about 3 to 4 times long. Oh, okay. Right.
And the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they
Okay, well,
fixed
maybe I
yeah.
won't be.
But
No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
Look, I like these games. They really make you think without being super impossible. Yeah, I can. You know me, like. Like, as soon as you get to like, they make you think. That's when it stops being not impossible. Not a challenge. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game,
I'll
you're
quick
gonna
shower up.
lose.
Not a problem, Monica.
You've
Throw the
gotta be
shower.
careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
I don't trust
And
any of
that's
these.
that, I guess.
To be fair. Where have we not been? We've been everywhere. Let's finish that. It's just turned
Snake
up to
hasn't
none.
been anywhere we've searched, and we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though.
You're already on the fast end of the spectrum by one. Waiting 0 milliseconds between dialogues and using advanced modes instead of novel.
We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Oh, I didn't know that. Speedrunning VNs would be super niche. There's got to be something.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Oh. I didn't know about this. Finally,
Why
she
don't we
stopped.
decide on one person to sacrifice?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes.
I can imagine speedruns for this won't be that particularly long, so if you can skip past all the dialogue,
You've all figured it out by now, haven't you?
there's less puzzle aspects than anything else.
We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
Who's that one? Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. I mean, I'm not sure, but she is right. Is she? Fuck it. She was right. I wasn't pleased, but she was right. There wasn't any way that the numbers worked out. If one group was 4, the other group would always have a digital route that didn't match the door. When Seven spoke, his voice was straight.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
That sounds a bit strange.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves.
No way
No,
anyone's going to sign up
that's
for that.
too cruel.
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
Reasons for advanced novel modes that the game was originally for the DS, which has 2 screens. Oh, yeah. Aye. Well, there we go. We can have it in 1 screen now.
That's not what I meant.
Using the faster version, they're using the slow one.
We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
I told you, that's impossible.
Well, this, I can keep track of the
Wake
conversation this way.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, you two.
It isn't really the slower way, is it?
Look, what Lotus is trying to
Honestly, a
say
bit longer,
is
but still.
you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works. And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No, that's terrible.
The remaster from 2017 world record speed around 1 hour 30, DS59. It's actually a bit longer than I thought it was. I just noticed in the second stream. I noticed that that bit was up there, the novel screen bit, but I just
I'm
wasn't sure
not
what it meant.
asking you. Shut up. What about you, Santa?
Me? Well,
It's like,
I
it's pretty
agree.
impressive
I guess.
that it's only took to the second stream
All
for me
right,
to notice
that's
it.
1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2.
Usually it would be like the last 10 minutes. Did I click it? Oh fuck, I see
7.
plus. I'll
I
block that
can't
out
say I
then.
agree with you, but
Guess we're talking a non 100% completion. It must be. It'll just be.
we don't exactly
Straight
have
to
a
the end.
choice.
Right.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Oh, glad to see you get it.
Yep.
If I can get one more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
Just turned up then. Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she even
Hey,
heard Lotus' proposal.
Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
I'll just lost things as well. That's true.
Let's go
Well,
look for
let's
him
play
together.
slowly.
Okay? If we sacrifice one person, then we can go look for him.
Oh, the emotional
You-
blackmail.
Agree? Right?
Okay.
Clover nodded once.
The motion carry. Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus' entire speech and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. They didn't seem to notice or
I
even
will
care.
stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Gonna be exclamation
Ace,
marks for everybody, aye.
What are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June twice shook and she looked around desperate for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her. I know.
I'm afraid you may have
Exclamation mark.
misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I
bold,
believe
Ace.
you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out.
Hamster Remastered is 140, DS is 158. That's still pretty good. It's only 10 minutes longer.
If we go through them,
Are they all by the same
You
person?
won't be able to return, correct?
yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me.
Ah yes, we'll get right
Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
on that. Also true. Finally, Junpei could hold
We've
his
only
tongue no
got
longer.
5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then,
Figured it out.
perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me?
The flowchart to make a
Or
decent
perhaps
cut-off.
you would be willing to leave June behind?
I'll take it that as a spoiler. Ace's voice was dignified, without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had
You
no
see,
rebuttal.
there's no other
Rebuttal.
choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go,
Wait,
quickly.
what? Bye, Ace. Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. Big for yes. Feathers. Jin bit her lip so hard that Junpei feels she breaks the skin. Santa stood against the wall, calm and aloof. 7 tourists beaming from his head, held over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Let's accept his kind offer then.
Well, she might. DS version, yes, both the same. Destiny Master were different people. I don't care.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
Ace is going to be my age, isn't he? As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds. Lower. Just lie in one of the beds, surely. From somewhere deep in the ship, Jumpy suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship was screaming. Would it really hold until the time limit was up? Already D-Deck was flooded. In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke
Well,
first.
what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
Yeah, let's go. As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You
Aye, okay.
too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this. There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy?
You know what? At this point, whoops. Fuck knows.
Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine.
Yeah.
Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
She spun around and ran towards Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm
Ace!
and pulled.
Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out
Ace!
cold. June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something.
She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and
How
slightly
are
slurred.
you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
In it was a syringe and a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped to the side of the container. It read, Sopril Beta. Sopril Beta?
Sopril Beta. What does this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Anesthetic?
I mean, fair
I
enough.
found it earlier. While we were searching the hospital rooms, I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
But you thought you'd be using it on someone else.
Why did you do this?
That alone is a reason to be, you know what, Ace, I think you should stay here. Ugh.
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap.
Yeah, leave him.
I really am.
Leave him. Ugh. Ace had injected himself with anaesthetic to forestall Jumpy and June's attempts to bring him along. If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He'd injected himself so that they'd be forced to leave him
Ace.
behind.
Hmm? Is there something you want to say?
Like, sort of the idea of flowchart as a spoiler. Which is fair. Just any spoilers, just... I don't know.
I just like to sleep a little. Could you?
No, don't,
Keep it
Ace.
down.
Don't fall asleep.
You feel warm. So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
Okay, Ace, that's enough. Ace's eyelids drooped further and further, almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
She shook his shoulder again and again, but this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told him he was alive. Jumpy was relieved to see he was, in fact, still
Let's get him
breathing.
up on a bed.
He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Jumpy turned around, Lotus gave him a
Well,
look of
we
pity.
really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Best at moving
Like
then.
you even mean that.
You say something?
No, nothing.
It felt wrong, but he had to agree. Then suddenly Santa spoke.
We're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well,
Digital
we
Rick.
haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8.
You know what? You'll quickly find that it's not that hard to assume I don't know anything. I generally
It's the
don't.
same number as my bracelet number.
So.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in a
Me?
tiki jar.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off.
Alright, who's next?
Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on
Junpei,
Junpei.
which door do you want?
Last, Junpei's mind was already made up. What was it? It's not really, it's just the fact that there's a spoiler incorporated in the port's mechanics. Wait, you think I've looked through menus and stuff? Come on now. Let's go door 7.
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
Okay, 7 it is.
Lucky
Yeah.
7.
Alright then. That means June's gotta go through 8.
What? Why?
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered anger to himself, but finally
If the
began
6
to
of us are gonna
explain.
keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it. Have
Planning.
3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
Should stop my seeing it, but it's still... I need to
4,
concentrate more on the
5,
game,
and
didn't I?
7 go through 7.
Let you vet
and
everything.
3, 6, and 8 go. Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
I get it. As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up at the corners of her
no.
eyes. You do considering you had a decision to make, and like, oh yeah?
You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
I can't be expected to remember all the decisions I make, Si. Junpei felt as June did. He wanted to be at her side throughout whatever trials the parent would face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best
Hey,
to smile.
come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again.
Well,
We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected
We'll see.
somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
she didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9.
You can't deny you're given choices. Oh wait, you're in a death game situation, you better be concentrating. It depends on it. You know what? Fair. I will do better at concentrating and think about my decisions. You can't deny you're given choices that seem to matter. Oh, aye. No, the choices will matter.
In other words, the game would end right here.
The thing is me remembering what choices I've made.
Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible.
What he can. I don't blame you.
He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
Just stand over me, just off screen, making sure that this is a proper life and death game. Hopefully it's gonna be banned for threats or something. Probably. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
mean, you now chose 7. It's hard to think the game would not change even slightly if you chose 8. Yeah,
Yes. Promise?
assuming there will be consequences to any and all decisions. I just need to remember if I go through this again, I pick number 7. I pick number 4 first. I get what you mean, Si. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shat at the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He stretched and
Anyway,
continued.
that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a
Whatever.
moment. Well, unlucky. It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
Alright, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Clover, 7 and Junpei walked towards 7. Santa, Lotus and Jun headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
It's open.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them. 7 and Clover leapt
Let's
through the
do
door.
this.
Hurry!
The moment it did, the bracelets beeped. Detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them, but as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his right, toward door 8. Jun stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. It was still like one of the bracelets. There is some 3D models. Oh, interesting. Just need a 3D printer now.
June.
Jumpy.
The farewell took almost 1.5
What the hell
seconds.
are you doing, Junpei?
I fucking move, man. Someone took a hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. Just try to find one that's actually nice and not expensive. That's the main thing, isn't it? There might be something on Etsy or something that somebody's made. He heard the sound of the number door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold, electronic
Only
beep.
81 seconds left. No time to
I
waste,
have to
guys.
move?
Let's get moving.
7 led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed him as fast as they could. After what seemed like far more than 81 seconds to reach the
Look!
end of the hall.
The door on the left! I can see the dead!
There's no time to rest or catch their breath. All 3 slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel on the dead. Sorted. Everyone going to pan? There we go.
Okay.
I'm a 7 here. Romance is nice enough. You rest my life because you're having a dramatic farewell. I'd rake you out of the fuck out. Fair. Actual life and death, and they're busy. They're just like staring. Just enough bombs. Who knows? Still trying to catch his breath, 7 leaned heavily against the wall.
It stopped. It stopped.
She could see the death of his 6th sense. The smile seemed forced and a little
This is the
crooked.
second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it.
It's only been twice, to be fair. He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
There we go. I didn't survive maths to die. The protagonist love up. Exactly. Racking my brain through maths. Die because you used to. Good to hear, Monica. All showered and fresh and ready to go.
What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
Calm down, 7.
You have no...
You little... You wanna die?
I'd like to see you try.
I picked the right door.
You fucking brat! Alright, let's go!
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this. It's not gonna do us any good.
Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors and the puzzles were really the greatest
Wait
challenge
here
they
for a
faced.
minute, all right? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
He didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation.
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight. There's a short hallway on the left here, and an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
Probably not. At last he gave up and returned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooden door.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yeah, looks
Yep.
like it.
Hey, something's written on the door, on that iron plate.
It says operating room. If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
Oh, I forgot this is a hospital ship, isn't it? So it could be. Big boy gonna show balls by fist fighting a teenager makes sense to me. Yep.
Well, there's no point to standing around.
That's how you prove how much a big man you're into. Squaring up to a teenager. Also an
Might
option,
as well
Jen.
go in and see what's
Man.
waiting for us.
I mean, that's the only way to show, like, you know what? I'll show you. Billy Big Boy's here. Butter a teenager. Else, how's it going, pal? How's your weekend been treating you? The creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
A chill snaked its way down Junpei's
Let's
spine.
just go.
Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. Seven followed with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a
What
screen.
the hell is this?
It's not. I've been going to put it the wrong way. You've just been sauntering about battering teenagers, Kev, just to assert dominance, aye. Else have you been redeeming the future? Oh, it's me, Chuckle. She could probably rack him. She seems feisty.
Why don't we take a look?
Probably.
Hey, Clover!
Oh, is this a Splatoon thing, aye? Your slots and teenage girl, you better not say you have no balls to look male adult that never did respect you. Well, you know, tensions are high. On the other hand, she's missing a brother, so I'll concede. Oh no, it's not Splatoon? Wow. Sorry, didn't mean to, like, you know, pigeonhole the Perrys as just Splatoon players. Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. A scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums.
Clover!
He and Seven ran toward Clover to see what
what's
frightened
wrong?
her. They rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear.
What the hell is this?
It's like a
Is-
doll.
Is this
Hopefully.
a corpse?
It was something that looked kinda like a human lying across some sort of bed. Not a bed, an operating table. Answers to your questions. Sassy Tina, an anime type thing, usually has something extra going for them though. That's true. She's probably like superpowers or something, didn't she? Just reach up and just like one hit, just behead Seven. The table sat in a rusty steel lift and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down on it
We
from the
should
ceiling.
probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Maybe. Slowly they approached. As they got closer to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body
This
at all.
is...
What
Do
the
me.
hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Yep.
Doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. Fine, don't blame her. Slowly she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible from as far away as possible at the thing. Junpei could see her
You're
relax.
right. It's only a doll. Man, it really
There's always
scared me.
still got an exposed heart here. She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead. Seven smirked.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Man, again.
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it
Maybe
off.
fuck all done with these two.
Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of. I'm talking about a heart.
Brave, John Doe.
Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah,
What else? It was set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt it was heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Or maybe it's got
Probably.
more personal uses?
Right, Seven. Seven's grin was more than a little perverted.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Right. Is that in his chest? No, no, no. You're right, Gherkin. Not Seven. Sitting at his fucking hook. What do you think I meant? Right. Operating room. Back. Dolls are really kind of creepy, you know. Wait, it says something here. John. What's the doll's name? John Doe, probably. This thing is creepy. I wonder why it's on the bed. Apparently his name is John. I wonder what this thing is. It says KG on display. Maybe it's a scale. Let's go to a JPEG. Oops. Right. A white cloth. Grand. Lots of stuff. They use these for surgery, right? Let's see, syringes, cups, plate. There's a sort of scissor-ish thingy. Surgical tools. Okay. Okay. This guy doesn't look very comfortable. So we've got a Jane. Now looks this one's a chick. She has a name to Lucy. That was going to be Jane. Cool thing. So Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm. We're supposed to gather all her parts. Let's get searching then. Maybe it's here. There's nothing inside it. Right. Fake chest. We're supposed to heat something like that gauze to kill the bacteria. It's a boiling thingy over there. There's nothing on the lid or in the drawers. Okay. Drawers empty. Cool. And why look like it again? Probably find the key if you just look some more. Right, so this is the exit. More surgical tools. Some scalpels, a few pairs of forceps, and a couple of syringes. All of it's too rusty to be useful. A scalpel that looks new. Looks new, but still pretty bloody. Medical mannequin with its guts showing. There's a slit in this thing's chest. There's something there. Maybe we can get it out. I think the thing won't budge, it's stuck. Need something small that can fit in that hole. You mean like scalpel? No. Okay. Can I not get like closer? No. Some sort of lid in this thing, which I own it. There's no handle. I think under my nails either. Right, well, let's go back to here. Okay. Let's pick one outside. Same thing. Blah blah blah, jump to be an idiot. Cool. Nothing in the drawer. Okay. missing something here. Where was the other table of tools? Oh. There's nothing else. Right. There we go. So we've got a fake organ. Don't think I can combine these though. Nah, I don't think so. Okay. Can I not like move closer? No. So I was buying a diary and stickers. Not a problem. Right, so we've done the mannequin thing. Can't seem to get closer. Something looks like a scale next to the upping table and something looks like a lid in front of it. I can't get closer to it. I'm missing something. Not tools. Done with that bit. Some kind of device attached to the bed. It says KG on the panel. Okay. There's nothing in it. Put the big organ in it. Nope. So I've had a look at this area. I've had a look at this area. All it. Oh wait. Haven't. That. This is the door I came in. Right. It's one way, blah 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 blah. Right, so this is the exit. So I'm missing a key somewhere. These drawers are empty, full shelves, a bunch of bottles. I'll fill it apart. Okay. There's some lactose Miracle crap out the bomb zero finners. Yeah. No. Just no. There is something extremely obvious I'm missing here. So, can't do it with those bottles. Can't do it with those bottles. I think of boiling tools to sterilise them. There's nothing in the drawer. It's not letting me put the tools in it. Okay. Can't do it with this. I feel like I'm just clicking the same things. Jonathan, how's it going, pal? Cheers for bringing all your lovely viewers over. There will be a few of them, I know how lovely they are. A lovely viewer. There we go, there's Shax. Shut out. Give me a second, I'm trying to spell. There we go. If you don't follow Sleepy Jonathan, you really should. They are. I'm fucking pissed. These are no but I'm mixing 86. We stream off in the old Glasgow. Doing some 999. And being stuck, that's how I'm doing. Jonathan, how was Resident Evil 2? Did you manage to get players route finished? 4-7 path till now. Yep, that's the one. We went through door 4 at the start. Through door 7. Literally there just now. We are in an operating room and trying to figure out stuff. What if I combine these? There we go. Okay, that's not a thing. Save the day, kill some gross stuff, game completed. Yes. Is that you like fully done with Resident Evil 2 then? This one. Oops, don't mean to click that. It says NH3. It's ammonia. So we're not taking the ammonia then. Looks like a can with a spray nozzle. It says CO2. Dioxide. Right. Might go back to the secret route at some point, but no time soon. It's fair enough. Fiddlesticks NaCl was just. Oh, damn it, I knew that one. Do you think Sif will shrivel up with equipment? Let's end up with someone being poisoned by me, probably. There's a note on top of the table. Iron 1, salt 2, water 3. Probably don't need to write this down, but I will. 1, salt 2, water 3. Carbon dioxide, ammonia, no. CO2. What was that last one? Ethanol. A bit of the alcohol, is it? Pardon me. Can you remember what can be made with CO2? No. Maybe there's something to do with this box. Open because it's got a keypad. If you haven't got a keypad, either, how much more obvious can you get? Did this have an in-game memo on the DS? Maybe. I think. I'm trying. It's the biggest test of the day, yep. Memory, I wish I had a notes thing. Nah. There's the hydrogen monoxide. Let's just see water. Ammonia. Talk about that bottle. It says C2H5OH. It's ethanol. Ethyl alcohol is pretty much poisonous. So you're gonna drink it? No. Son, I'm sorry. Doing your gamer SAPs. What? Got my fucking exams. Should I be making ethanol? Dry ice. C is carbon. H is hydrogen, O is oxygen. 2 carbon atoms, 6 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Okay. Do I need to make dry ice? Oh, CO2 with dry ice. This is Fe, F stands for iron, I knew that. I think I've searched everywhere. So, do I need to make... That is not the chemical symbol for dry ice. So let's click on blue liquid, red liquid. just mind you, your last escape. Yeah, the dry ice. Wait, the dry ice explodes stuff. I played the game 100 times, but the silent stuff too much. Heartbreaking. Thank you, G. It's not a hint, just a callback. It's not a hint. Oh, good. Right. Oops. Let's combine the liquids. No, okay. Oh, there's one nice chance. Okay. No, okay. Oh, man. I feel like a pure idiot. I'm missing something, and I feel like I'm missing something really obvious. Can you say this? No regret in trying to get back to use memory because game. Yeah, that's me. Heat the salt, will raise your blood pressure, so that will help somehow. Also over your shoulder. Okay, that's right. I'll just eat it. Raise the blood pressure. The pressure in the old blood might actually make it help with. Might make. Oh my god! Fuck it. Otherwise, finish that sentence. Right. Let's review. Get back to the puzzle. So, right. We have got a blue liquid. We have got a red liquid. The organ key, the fake chest. Oops, that's not wanted. Can't remember that's here. Fine. So there's nothing I can do with these in here. There's a bomb in that iron brew. This puzzle and solve the end of his curtains. Pressure, man. Got all the body parts. So what puts the fake chest so far? Alternatively, right, okay. Poisoned iron brew. I need to figure this out. Right. So there's nothing else here. I'll give it to you. Can you touch the furnace? Yeah. There's nothing in it. No, nothing with the furnace. And can't put anything in it. Right, so I need to figure this out. Any sodium seals, chloride, salts made up of 1 sodium, 1 chloride atom. Wait a minute. No, that's not either. Ugh. Fire zone, listen. Just burn the ship. Just know what? Trap everything inside it, just set it alight. Yeah, the organ key goes into this room. Doesn't seem to work with combining it with this. Nah. Oh. Oh, that was something with a lid. Don't think that had anything. Nah, it's just a scale. Right, cool. Nothing here. That's that apart. Get down with them. Get down with them. Right, so it's just this room. Desktop, whoops, not that one. That. Nah, nothing there. Can't put this down yet. No. That's the shells for ADHD meds. Hang up there. Right, let me... Right. H2O. This must be the two hot orphans. 7. It's not. It's not okay. Moria is composed of 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. Ethanol, 2 C, 6 H's and 1 O. Will it help make things much worse? Oh, I don't think anything can make it worse. Salt, 1 sodium atom, 1 chloride atom. God, this thing is such nice music. Why? Right. So iron's 1, salt's 2, that's 3, carbon dioxide, ammonia, ethanol. It's going to be something really simple. Ammonia is composed of 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. What was ammonia? That was ammonia. What was ethanol? 2 C's. This isn't going to really give us anything, is it? 6 H's. 1 O. Salt, we've got 2. And Fe, it's only 1 atom. What's 3? See the thing with CO2? There's 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. Hold on. That could mean... Got it. Fucking figured it out. The last 3 numbers, carbon dioxide, ammonia and ethanol, adding up the amount of atoms I named, gave us the code. Fucking basic. Got it. Yeah, combine with that. Can't combine with that. Okay. Need a microsystem table redemption. Fucking don't, man.
You
Absolutely
think we
need for
should go
that.
back?
Don't think there's any harm in that. Says voice.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Right, I think we're done with this. Clovernoid and left, Jumper was about to follow her when he realised the 7 wasn't following suit.
Hey, 7, what's up?
Oh, well,
He looked up at Jumpy, distracted plate, and then back down at the brown bottle he held cupped in
Is
his large
that a
hand.
medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here,
In response, 7 tossed the bottle gently to Jumpy. Got it, twisted it around to read the label.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
yeah, that's right. CDT.
What kind of medicine is that?
Don't know what that is. What's that? Say my H's, don't I? Fucking Scotch. Tell me how to speak like.
It's not medicine. I
Well,
think
that's
it's an
the guy,
industrial
even.
strength detergent.
Can't even read. Can't say anything. Industrial
Why would they
strength
have something like that
detergent.
here?
Well, probably to clean stuff up.
Oh, I say my H's in it.
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know. It looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
Jumpy looked up from the bottle.
You remember something?
Yeah.
7 nodded slowly and spoke.
Well, I remember a story about EDT. Happened about
Okay.
50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner.
I do sometimes say that. Bet it cleans blood. Oh, bet it cleans blood. Interesting. So mixing that with the scalpel on the wee furnace. No, not the furnace. The wee clearing station. What else is it? Easy was Jake Snake's finishing move.
Factory attic just dumped the crystals.
So as long as you're in your size. That's all that matters.
But it didn't end there.
After
that
day,
the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory. They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, man, how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive. This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
And those chemicals are a chatty lot.
How did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
When?
In the freezer.
What? The freezer?
Yeah, June told me.
Junpei told Seven the story he'd heard from Jun in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day, glycerin began to crystallise. And the story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful and absent-mindedly rubbed the scar on his chin.
Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh?
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
Right there? Seven squinted, his eyes stared off into space as if he were trying desperately to focus on something far away. I feel like that's how I look when I'm trying to figure out
Do you?
puzzles. Something about it. About Ice 9.
Know something about it?
I told you I think I do. Just hold on. It was...
Seven thought hard and mumbled to himself. After a few minutes, he gave up.
Damn it! Why'd you have to ask me some dumbass question? I totally lost my train of thought.
Should have asked about Ice 9. God. Do I even want to know what this poll is? Mick or chemicals? Chemicals, obviously, I can tell you that right
Sorry,
now.
man.
As Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here.
Fair, Clover.
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez.
Bad end locked in eye, probably.
Look, if I remember anything, I'll let you know. All right? Right now, we need to get the hell out of this room, though, okay?
Let's. With that, he turned and left. Junpei, his mind still occupied with the story Seven had told him, slowly followed. It's not my pink romance, is it? Could be, Kev. Right. So let's see. If we use... Okay. Right. I think the car's right exactly same. So I can't combine this with this. No. Where is the cleaning stuff? I thought I was going to keep back cleaning stuff. Oh, we all just smart ass chemicals. Some more than others, Skirkin. I think I'm at the bottom end of that list. Just chemical. A barely functioning chemical. Oh. 2-2. Or 2-0, if you prefer. I've still got... There we go. Some kind of medical record. New material has been added to the file. The medical record. Medical record found in the preparation room as records for 2 mannequins. There is a male mannequin named John and a female named Lucy. The record shows each mannequin's total weight and the weight of the individual parts. Okay, right. Come back to that later. Who's distracted? Undecided. So we're either both equally smart or we're equally pretty stupid. All by the end of the mixture, it just gives you a count. This is simple. Right, we're never going to know. Lucy's higher than John, progressive. Yeah. Wait a minute. White light at the top is glowing, red and blue. The purple ones are still lit. Okay, so I need to add stuff to that. It's a red plate on it. I think it means something. I think it means... That's not one. I think it means if we do... Excuse me. The red liquid. Some red. And... There we go. Mix these numbers in. Closest. Yep. There's numbers, there's maths, there's weights, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna park it to the side for now. I'll come back to it. I absolutely have to. Wouldn't translate well overseas, but in the UK it would show the true tale of passion. Pointing at the numbers hurt you. Everywhere. Everywhere. Oops. Blue. Give me that. And then... There we go. Right, yeah, purple should be unlocked. Let's go. Sorted. So this has got everything then, isn't it? Doesn't spell wash the hands. Yeah. Cool. So we are done with this then. Tag global Yavis then. Yeah, I see. Colours is where it's at. Basic primary 1, primary 2 level stuff. That's my wheelhouse is. Looks like a nose. It does, doesn't it? Doesn't look right. Angle it just right, looks just like a nose. I like how they can do so much more for the most simple puzzles. I know it's because they know it's me. They know it's me playing, so they're like, yeah. Right, so can we combine? So it won't let me combine stuff. I feel like I'm missing something. So I've got all the body parts. So we've got the right arm, so we've got the head and left arm on the table. Now I've got chest, stomach, both legs, and the heart. Oops. I've got the door we came in, door with the chemicals, and this is the exit. Unless I've missed that. No. Nothing else here. Okay. We've done that puzzle. There's nothing up with these. Unless I'm missing. Nope, definitely empty. Single. So actually, this is for say 21. Wasn't this duplicate Simon Grave with the keyhole in the other door? Door at end of the hallway with all the rooms. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, seems like I do have to do everything, but I can't seem to do that. So, is it weighing more or less than a duck that makes you a witch? Probably less, I would say. So it won't let me combine anything. It won't let me pick up. So if I just in case. So I must have to do something else with this purple liquid then. Ducks are witches. Yep, exactly. Done that. Unless. No, okay. Done everything with the tables. Bunch of old tools. Okay. That's not what right. So we have one spell, summon bread. That's true actually. I have heard that you only meant to feed ducks bread. Never met a duck at that point. So right, John 51.3 kg. Chest 6.2. Heart is 2.3. The right arm. Well, arms 1.5 each. Stomach. Stomach is 5.6. Right leg 3.4. 5. Then let's say 53.2. Just 6. Hearts 2. Arms 1 each. Stomach is 5. 4. Right. Lettuce is good for them, really. I like peas and leeks. I can't remember why it was you're not meant to feed them bread. Is it something like it expands too much or something? Right. Right. Collecting Americans. Great. Right, let's get started. 51. So that's wrong. Spring onions, bad for bits. It's probably bad for those bits as well. Probably, to be fair. Says John. Right. So we need to make it heavier. That's odd, maybe it's the wrong way. Yep. Scale on the other side of the bed. To get the scale to a specific number. I think we're supposed to swap our body parts with John's. Cool. The screen will display 2 medical mannequins. You can switch the body parts by selecting the part you want to switch. Cool. So switch these. Switch parts. Try to get 51.3. No. So close. Damn it. Wait. Hold on. You know what? Whatever. We got it right, even though the weight was wrong. We'll take it. Put on the scale. We have got the key. Got the Jupiter key. We are gone. Catch up chat before I use this. Most veggies and seeds and nuts, bread mixed in fats, it's the wrong kind of carbohydrate and store fats easily and the sugars. Okay. Monica, no apology needed at all. Hope your granny's doing okay.
Hey, hold on.
Jumpy stopped about to put the key in the
what's up?
doorknob. You missed out on the horrendousness that was me trying to sort of puzzles, Monica, so, you know,
Where's Clover?
I think you're safe.
Huh?
Jumpy turned around. Clover was
Oh,
nowhere to be
God
seen.
damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go.
Sure thing.
Jumpy left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the
Hey,
mannequin.
Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
The big brain ends. Monica. No. No. Very small, very smooth brained energy. She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Jumpy might have thought she was
What are you
dead.
doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
You don't need to be patronising, Jumpy, because she'd probably stab you. It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly, her mouth opened and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
My brother might be dead.
Clover should be allowed out. Just go and stab Seven.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
Suddenly, the operating room felt very, very cold.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
He gave it a small shake, but she still didn't respond. The silence grew heavier. Junpei, what do you want to do? Junpei told Clover to leave, gave her the 4-leaf clover.
Oh yeah,
Didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he'd been
it's in
given
my
earlier.
pocket somewhere. Here it is.
Reached in his pocket and dug it out.
A 4-leaf clover.
Sad had given it to him in the second classroom. He held it out to Clover.
Hey, did you know? Each leaf means something. Hope, faith, love, and luck. That's what a 4-leaf clover stands for.
So it's her name more. Yep. So as it seems more appropriate, they might make her feel better. They did one kindness. Yep. You know that saying though about kindness, good deeds, and all that. No good deed goes unpunished. So it's, we'll find out if it was a
Take
good
it.
thing.
Use it as a good luck charm.
Press the 4-leaf clover
Listen
into
to
her
me,
hand.
Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
Junpei's been to, period. Junpei's grounded. Shearing that over the speakers with zeros like that. Junpei, you fucked it. Fucked it, mate. Grounded for a month.
If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck. Snake, I mean, your brother, he's not dead. He's alive, somewhere. I'm sure of it. You've just gotta believe in that.
Have we switched into novel screen sometime? Yep. I switched to novel screen, so it's like, at least I get to see all the conversations. Be able to keep track of it a bit better. But Zarek, how you doing, pal? How's your weekend you going? How are the wee ones feeling? Clover stared at the four-leaf clover in her hand. You can see tears start to form at the corners of her eyes.
Thank you.
Her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears with the baggy arms of her jacket. With a happy face. Love it. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small, wet circles on the floor. Doing well and the sun is shining, so you're happy? Glad to hear it. I am doing good. Nice chill weekend. The puzzles are proper testing me, but that's just me.
Thank you.
I'm managing, much to Chat's annoyance and frustration, probably. She said it again, and she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he
Come
could
on.
manage.
Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
Still, she
Wait,
didn't move.
before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
She's going to absolutely
What
fuck
do
me
you
up,
think
isn't
when
her?
you hear the word experiment?
For a moment, his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and realised the word meant nothing to him, aside from the dictionary definition. Big brain work. No. No. It's been testing.
What?
Very testing.
Oh. I guess it was just a coincidence then.
What didn't you get with the body puzzle? The only thing I didn't get was the weights on the chart, and what I noted down were different to the final weights that unlocked the key. That's all. They were not off by like
I mean, that you
Point.
knew about the four-leaf clover.
0.1 kilos, but still a bit. Aye. Just throw limbs a bit. Just fucking throw them a bit. Set in person called the Brain Big.
Look, I'm sorry.
These are just
I don't want
these
to
are
be a
just
jerk,
being nice.
but
That's all.
you are making less than no sense right now.
51.3 and 53.2. Yep. But John's weight ended up being 51.2. Yeah, 51.3 and 53.2 was on the charts for John and Lucy. But John's final weight, just before it disappeared, was 51.2.
Oh, no. It's nothing. Just forget about it.
But, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about?
Clover looked away. The four-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke. Scales went, Cal, that'll be it. Didn't move. Didn't have it at 0 and didn't like move the wee dial to get it exactly 0.0.
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart.
Really?
Really?
I can trust you, right?
Of course you can.
Clover slipped the four-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying, she looked up at Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago.
Give Clover a knife, a butcher knife, and let her go wild. It's tempting.
Wait. On this ship?
Very tempting. Just, you know what, Clover? Just cut your way out. I'll be behind you.
Yeah, this ship.
He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had
It
finished.
was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Communicating through these fields that you can't see.
Fields that you can't see?
He'd heard something like this before. Clover
Like,
nodded.
think about this.
Maybe not a knife, an axe should be funny. Just chop him down on the door, screaming here's Clover. Teenagers do contain the reason to chop their way out. It's been known. She points at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin whose parts have been swapped with another mannequin. Yeah, literally
This is John,
last one.
right? But is he really John?
Huh?
All Junpei could think was it's just finally completely
Isn't
lost
this
it.
like Locke's socks? Or the ship
Locke's
of
socks.
Theseus?
Yep, I've heard the ship of Theseus theory. Is that you've got the original ship of Theseus, but it constantly is changing. So at what, even though you're changing it with new parts, at what point does it stay the ship of Theseus, or what point does it become a brand new ship because you've replaced every single part? How many times do you think the VAs did a rerun for we're calling the ship shit? The shit of Theseus. There we go. See, I mean, use Zarek, we got it. Or a polar Trickers broom. I've never had a lock socks, but I'm assuming it's the same thing. Junpei grew even more confused. Never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You don't know?
I know about the ship of
You
Theseus.
haven't heard of those paradoxes?
No?
Love paradoxes. Don't get them, but I like the theory behind them. A pirate ship. It could be a pirate ship. Once you've replaced everything, it's no longer the ship of Theseus,
Really?
technically. Clover
Okay,
laughed.
well pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks works. Let's say I've got a pair of socks. They're my favorite socks. One of them gets a hole in it. What would
Yep.
you do if that was your sock, Junpei?
Probably throw it away, but we'll say patch it up
Well,
for
I guess I'd patch it up, get some cloth, and close up the hole.
the big
But
boat.
what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I
At
guess?
some point you just chuck them, surely.
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point,
Is this your original sock, or is it a brand new one?
can you really say they're the same socks you started with?
Well, that's tough.
Aye, the exposition of Theseus and Theseus' ship reduced to sock. Exactly. You get the ship of Theseus, especially if it's on display somewhere, you kind of just chuck it and get a new one, but with socks you'd be like, fuck, there's a hole. I'm gonna chuck it. I can go to Sports Direct or something and get like 6 pairs for £1. No, that isn't. That's my lobster socks. Shite socks.
So that's the Lock Socks thing?
Favourite my eyesight, see? But if that's their lucky socks and they've replaced them with all these other bits of cloth, is it their lucky sock anymore? I suppose you can easily replace the ship as well. Who's going to know?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it. The ship of
There we go.
Theseus. If you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the same one you started? And what if you took all the old parts from the first
Gonna
ship
say that, the
and
old
built
part
another one somewhere
And make
else?
a new ship. That would then be the ship of
Then
Theseus.
which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired, or the one you built with all the original parts?
Yep. It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
Maybe like gloves without fingertips, a sock with a oh, it's with the toes on. Just sounds uncomfortable. Socks with the socks with toes. I've seen shoes like that. They're like kind of rubber shoes with the kind of toe placements. No, it is a
These guys.
good paradox.
Is this John, or is it Lucy now?
Junpei looked at the operating table again.
Uh,
A mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Chloe had been right. It was just like Locke's socks and the ship of Theseus. The part of the body that holds a person's identity is the head. Is it? Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom held that a man's identity resided in his heart, or in on any of a number of internal organs. And here they have
John's
both.
head and heart are both his, but apart from those and a single arm, the rest of his body was
Tabby
once
boots.
Lucy's.
We have talked about this before. I hate them. I don't like them. Socks with the toes aren't too bad. I used to own a pair and they're good in the winter. See, the good thing about having them as socks, Gherkin, is you can put shoes on. Having them as shoes? I mean, come on. Come on. No. What's that mannequin really, John?
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei again.
Think about it.
I mean, take me off to be warm. I do like being warm.
The cells in our body change
I
every
am
day.
a fan of warm.
Old ones die and new ones are born.
It was Lucy all along. Seeing ninja footwear. No. Seeing images of traditional ninja footwear, it's the big toe, but not each individual toe. Ninjas have got more respect for themselves than that. As a shoe, as shoes a crime against man and an affront to God. Exactly, Gherkin. Get it.
Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once. Or maybe
Could
part
be.
of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right?
No gripples. No gripples being a ninja.
That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
Fair enough. Silence was broken by Seven.
Hey, what the hell has taken you two so long?
So the fact you just put a number 2 rather than the word. Don't know why that annoys me. Seven's head appeared in the doorway. He was not
How long are
happy.
you gonna make me wait?
Is he ever happy?
We don't have time to screw around.
Junpei and Clover looked at each other. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Seven seemed to catch on. Was it naked eye? Eyes don't wear clothes.
Oh? What were you
Good-
two
some
doing?
Good points at
Is
it.
this some sort of secret meeting?
Unless you talk about glasses, that's eyewear. So there's plenty of people, or what they called, contacts, and or eye patches as well. Talk about boats. Yeah, Seven. Fuck off. Clover explaining breakthrough parapsychology concept, and I'm like, fair enough. Aye, fair enough. She's onto something. She hasn't told the whole story, so it has to be a fair enough. Seven is always
No,
angry.
it wasn't.
I've noticed.
We were just
Just...
playing with the mannequins.
Huh?
Let's go, Junpei.
Moving a little bit too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed towards the exit. There's plenty of dressed eyes, but exactly. See, I'm basic. Naked eyes all the time. Seven stared after her, then turned to Junpei with an amused
Playing with
expression.
mannequins, huh?
I don't think I'd be too happy in this situation. Well, I have now seen chicken toe socks. Chicken toe socks. Too far else. Clove being sus. All of them. Everywhere forever. Oh, Crash. Crash, how you doing, pal? How you feeling?
Didn't know you were
It's
into
a
that
headache.
kind of thing, Junpei.
Settled in it all? Fuck, I'm 7.
You're a dick.
Yep. Finally, somebody said it. Junpei dashed past him and traced Clover's path out the door. With a short laugh, Seven followed. Stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right, I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
You don't need to keep
Must
asking,
be.
just do it, alright?
Put my phone. We'll see the results, Mr. Stream.
Fine then.
We vote him Crash out, seems like it, Jonathan. We're all on the ship apparently, and we're voting him off. Excuse me. Only a little. I'm trying to the water change now, it's not helping. Hopefully the stream company will help distract me. We'll distract you, don't you worry. Unless watching me is gonna hurt your head more. Which is, you know, likely. Door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Saw Crash wondering. Don't think he was doing it. Sissy backer. Is there a way I can test the club point events before using them? I didn't know that was an option. Testing them out. Well, which one are you thinking about? Gene, I can play it for you. always at it. Which name of the headache could be dangerous? Oh, toe separator socks. Right. That makes a lot more sense. And toes it. What being this? Just one of the options there. I don't know if that is an option. Like, generally. Beyond it, a simple white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. He simply walked through the door. That was
Alright,
it.
let's get going.
Hey, man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy? You know,
I don't think
get
there
a
was
little
with them.
excited?
Not really.
No. It's life or death, Seven. Fuck up. Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple white hallway.
My brother.
My depression is temporary, but these ass cheeks are legendary.
Why is that echoing? I don't understand why it echoes. But yeah, that is Model 1. That's a new thing we've got for this stream. Any positive thinking, positive affirmation things that's going to help anyone, anytime, they will be in here. I don't know why it's echoing. I don't have this in twice. Do I have this in twice? No, that's not. I don't know why it fucking echoes. It didn't echo.
I have never heard someone say so many wrong things, one after the other, consecutively in a row.
Don't know why it does it. It didn't used to do it. It's a brand new thing. Nah, can't even see the options. The echo makes it sound like a flashback. Alright there, Brad. How's it going, pal? Has Crash hasn't actually been unkind for a change. But you can get him anyway. Right, so basically all redeems now have an echo. They're going to have some, it's going to seem like a flashback, so you don't have it and maybe unkind.
I'm going to be next.
See, the fact this is echoing as well just doesn't help. Clover had told him a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, as she was likely to follow him.
Like hell I can. Not after hearing something like that.
Zach, have you not been a hassle?
But sometimes you just don't listen.
That's true. I can't actually argue with that. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
The final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
May as well give it a try.
Going to be looking, watching me about juggling chat, and the changes is too hard to do. Not a problem, Crash. Cheers for luck. Hope the headache subsides a bit, and the changes go smoothly. Remember earlier when I said there was no way I could get this done in one more stream? Are you right, aye? Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him. It belonged to neither Seven nor Clover.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Juna's eye. He spun round, saw someone running towards him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people. Usually are. At least 10 streams.
June?
The way I'm playing, probably, aye.
And Santa! And Lotus too!
They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
Excuse me. I'm not sure there's such a thing as a locked door in a serious life and death thing. Just a door that needs more persuasion. Plenty of kicks, hammers, axes and the rest of it. Aye.
What are you doing here?
What? But we didn't...
We've solved the puzzle, that's what we did. Before we finish.
Hey guys,
Quote,
could you
quote.
come take a look at this?
Damn, Santa doesn't have a beard. I know. He's letting the side down. She was standing at the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what
Look
she
on
found.
the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the ship's interior?
I thought we
It
had
says
one.
C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
This floor, right. Abdullah needs to catch some hands, several hands, repeatedly. For about 10 minutes. Actually, if you could easily take Santa, flip his head and you go, big white bushy beard. Same as no such thing as max ammo. Okay. In my mouth if needed. Can hold stuff, can it? No, we've established that Santa likes to shred his clothes, which is why he's wearing some attempt at a scarf, I'm guessing.
Door 7 and door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Yep. In fact.
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
Did someone say that? Someone said it.
Otherwise, we won't be able to open
Santa,
door
the
9.
Origins.
That's how the nonary game works.
I see.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec.
So we're now here. Aren't we?
Hey, could this lead to...
Yep. Looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to wariness.
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
They moved as one
Oh,
to the door.
almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. Never got why it's called Santa. He's like a 20-year-old rebel. He probably can't even drive a moped, never mind a sled. I can't remember why. Oh, wait, because of the numbers. Sun is 3. Is that right? I can't remember the last part though. Santa stepped forward. Oh, wait. 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke, without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Aye, 3. That's it. I seen him in the skateboard park doing kickflips with reindeer. Yes. Slowly, all 5 nodded with a silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. I'm so gutted that it locks behind them. He pulled through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they
I
were.
knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would
We're
be.
back. In the hospital
Ace?
room.
I
Where's Ace?
see.
There it
I
is.
believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8.
Yes.
You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then
Yes.
met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
You're in the kitchen now with me, thank the laptop's portable. Joy's in it. And you just take me wherever. Put in the laptop or the phone, I'm with you forever. He looked like anyone might after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. He'd managed to grasp, summarise, and understand each team's report. I mean, thank fuck he like managed to grasp and summarise. We went through that door, we went through that one, we solved the puzzle, we met up, then opened that door. Fuck man. Man, the
At
kitchen.
any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism.
Aye. Sai just taking us everywhere. That's another show.
I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful
Well,
smile.
we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
Do you wait for a donor to commit the other side? Well, I mean, whoa. Mind blown, man. Who thought?
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room.
See him now, hanging out menacingly in escape punk with Elle's in a hoodie. Candy canes hanging out the mouth, forcing Xmas children, selling members of the public. Well, same thing, it's like Xmas cheer, but then you've only got, you can't really see the thumbs. So when he's battering people with Xmas cheer, it just looks like Xmas share, which sounds pretty, pretty good. Dave Easton is like the voice behind the Come song, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know what this song is. Yeah. Because this is one of the games where you tell everyone you like the puzzles, but really you just see if the scanty clad animated lassie with the big puzzles. No, I do enjoy the puzzles. Brad, come on, you taking fun. Mick doing the thing again where he's acting like what people have said is dumb, like having out the basic maths. Sai! Shh.
Right, Junpei?
Shh. The team would know all the right gifts to give to the kids. That's true.
Oh, the solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory too.
So you don't know what I'm talking
Here,
about.
the Earth key.
Earth key. Getting him because of Fortnite skin. That's chucking some extra V-Bucks.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah.
Fair
on
enough. I'm gonna say they do. Fortnite, Minecraft. What's the other one everybody's playing? Roblox. Is that the other one? I thought she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt
Now
slightly
we have
less
3
than
keys that we haven't used yet.
Yeah. The Jupiter key
Roblox,
that we
that's
found
the
in
one.
the operating room.
So that's the so stupid. What's the first one? I never said they were stupid. It's
The
the
Saturn
reiterating.
key card we
just
found
like,
in the
yes,
kitchen.
Let's go.
And the Earth key Lotus just gave me.
Jupiter, Saturn, and Earth. And have I finished these puzzles? Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. Jun spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had at Clover in some time. Quite some time. They suggested they weren't going to be very happy.
What about door 3?
Words.
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
A snake is there. The Junpei key. Sure. That's when men go for some reason.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're
where
right,
men
I'm
go for
sorry.
some reason. Could be where and when.
Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So, Seven, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Yep. Looked like Seven was doing them too. At least at last he gave up.
Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm
The
going with
rest
you,
is
huh?
me. Wait,
Yes,
what?
you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
So it was decided that Clover, Ace and Seven would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Fucking Grandma has a nap again.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing
Grandpa.
that from you, Lotus.
Everybody with spelling mistakes.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
Seven nodded as if the answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red. Sweet, the beeps and the screams, I wish to have a little
Okay,
nap
we're
when I was exploding. I don't know how anybody could be. Oh no, wait, it took a anesthetic, mind. So I was like, how can anyone be relaxed enough? But then, you know, anesthetics will do that to you. The door opened and Ace, Clover, and Seven jumped through it. Imagine how good you must feel after you wake up. I think it depends. I woke up for anesthetic and it was fucking horrid.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving?
I say that, but anime has a weird way of showing ages in characters. As far as I know, Ace is like 30.
Where are we going?
Aye. Everybody keeps calling Lotus old woman as well. Everyone except Lotus seemed rather
Well, it would be a
confused.
waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it?
That isn't old, but they did the same way Kiryu and Yakuza, didn't they? Because he's like kind of 30s by the time Yakuza 1 or 2 roll around, didn't they? And they all keep calling him old man.
Let me explain.
I can explain it there away, so we should be gone.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
He spent a lot of time. He was in there for 10 years.
Yes. If we're lucky, we
So
might
it's
find
like-
Snake.
In his 30s. We're at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
Let's go then.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
30 to a child is old. Aye, to a child. You've got these adults in Yakuza try to batter him. Still calling him old man. Key in. Twisted with a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Oh, base 10, very good. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
Is this the
What do
beginning?
you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course.
Of course there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This.
Junpei pulled out two things out
The
of his pocket.
Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Same. He's 97 when he gets sent in jail, and a young guy beating people on the streets, that's mocking age. Fuck, man. It's good to know not far off mocking age. Santa cocked his head to one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments, during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, Jun took pity on
Don't
him.
you remember, Santa?
We do the same for women like Pokemon. Ash's mum was old enough to have a 11-year-old son. Well, it's like, still at least he's just left college, whereas Professor Oak is like 50.
On C deck, where we are
Aye.
now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it.
Oh. It's made out he's old enough to be in the same school year as Jesus.
And on A deck, on the door
Oh.
to the left,
Oak. I'll only call you an old man before trying to hit you over the head with a plank of wood.
there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol
Are you-
on it.
You're not
I
going to say it
think.
to somebody young, are you?
So the two keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Please don't tiger drop me.
Yes, that's right.
We all know that Oak makes Ash go on an adventure to get with his mum. Why? That's the worst kept secret in Pokemon, isn't it? Jun smiled, pleased with herself. So did
All
Santa.
right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into two teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Ash's mum is 29.
Sounds good.
Fair enough.
Then you guys should take this key.
I would have said, like, mid-30s possibly. Can you speak? I've got the kettle on. Turn the volume up on the laptop side. Just lean in closer to the mic. How's that? Is that better? I would hold it up longer, but the wire's not long enough. They say that initial search should
We
be
have
brief.
no idea what's on the other side of these. So don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided the two teams split up. Split up? I just didn't think she was 29, I thought she was older than that. I don't know, I just thought she was older. I thought she was like 30s. That's all. Junpei and Jun headed for
There's
the
a card
elevators.
reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
I'd say about 35. A light in the upper left corner blinked
Great!
into life.
It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door. I don't know.
It only has the upside down triangle on it.
Seems a bit right for animes, doesn't it?
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
I thought going down is where all the water is, though. Just can imagine myself with a child at 18. I can't look after myself
It
now.
opened. Look,
Can I imagine
Jumpy.
having a win? So I'm 32 this year. I'm older than the mother of the protagonist of one of my favourite series and games. Yet, gee, we have made it to the lifts. Pure Fiona, old baby. I'm pure nervous. Like my cousins just had a wedding, and I'm at the wedding a couple weeks ago. I'm pure nervous, like holding a baby. So I'm worried I'm going to drop it or something. Jun's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at Jun and stepped towards the open door. As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait.
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? Oh, I don't know. Junpei, like life and death situation, locked in a boat. Dead cats through showing though. Been about a long Tamagotchis. Tamagotchis, man. Upset you that Ash's mum is dateable. Don't know where you got that from. Please choose the first option, Mick. Funnier content, no changing game. He's probably afraid of being locked up with the boy. What? After all, I thought Junpei decided she had to be nervous being locked up in such a small space alone with the boy.
We will be all alone in here.
In a way, it was kind of cute. Very demure, you could say, he thought. Would you say that? Yeah, I can stay the 20 is not far off. Yep. Yeah, even though it wasn't exactly a room in the elevator, they weren't going to be pressed up against one another. At least they didn't have to be. Still, it was making her nervous. Junpei couldn't help but think how innocent she was.
Jumpy?
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's not important. Come on, let's go.
Again, he stepped towards the elevator. I was on Pokemon Adventure, not me. What's my kid's adventure? Again, he felt himself restrained.
I said wait a minute.
Why?
Aren't you afraid, Jumpy?
Afraid of what?
Well, I've never, you know.
It's your first time?
And I left. Oh, the man alone. Even so, she still seemed awfully alarmed.
Might get wet.
What?
Down there.
Because the bottom of the ship is flooding.
Well, I mean, of course you would. That's the way it works. I mean, I've never heard of anyone getting soaking wet somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think it's have a better visual Ash's mum than a Pokemon one, probably.
You don't mind?
Mind what?
Getting wet.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd probably, like it.
Gosh, Jumpy, you're so brave.
Really? I mean, I kind of think any guy would do the same thing, you know?
That's it. Yeah, that's conversation. You can't be older and train Pokemon.
What happens, happens, right? I mean, if you get the chance, you've just got to go for it. That's what a man is supposed to do.
So,
I
fuck
guess.
you, that fucking man. Ugh.
You're so cool, Jumpy. I really admire you.
Yes.
That
is cool.
doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you ought to admire someone
I
for.
would never ever say otherwise.
I'm really scared.
I'm like Ash's mum, never had a Pokemon journey. So now I live vicariously through my kid and have to shack up with the old dude down the street to feel something after my baby died fucked off. It's just, sounds like a Jeremy Kyle episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you've never done it before.
Yes. So, I don't think I'll be able to last very long. And then it'll be...
That's
over.
scene, man.
Over?
Yes. I'll go to heaven.
How do you even know Ashman had a Pokemon journey? That's true. Does she not have a couple of Pokemon in the anime? Because there was a Mr. Mime appeared. I can't remember if there was another one.
Heaven?
It feels kind of like you're floating in space, and your mind gets all fuzzy, like when you pass out.
I know, Zarek. Everybody knows she's talking about the bottom of the ship is fuzzy.
At least that's what I've heard from people who have experienced it.
Yes, I've heard that too. Although I don't think the same thing happens to guys.
What?
Huh?
But it would happen to men too, wouldn't it? It would happen to anyone. Once it gets into your body, the same thing happens to everyone.
Well, I mean, usually it doesn't go inside the
Pokemon
man.
show
I
champ.
mean, generally.
Yes,
You would have
it
Pokemon
does. Well, eventually it will. It's not like you really have a choice. Your body will force you to swallow some of it. Eventually.
What are you trying to do to me?
Nothing.
One of the pageant
I'm not going to
mums.
do
Aye.
anything to you. I'm just
Don't know
saying
if that's a
that
good or bad thing,
that's what
Gavin.
happens. It's a psychological reaction to what you're experiencing.
Oh, is that so?
Then it's only natural. Is that what's natural for living beings? Perhaps he'd been mistaken all these years. Had he misunderstood life so gravely? The thought terrified him. Jun seemed to be entirely oblivious to Junpei's mounting
I
confusion
know
and
most
terror.
men probably have larger lungs, but even then, I don't think you could hold your breath for 20 or even 10 minutes. Eventually, you'd have to breathe, and then the water would get into your lungs. Once that happens, your body won't be able to get oxygen anymore. And
Really
you start
obvious
to
what she
feel
was
that
saying.
floaty
Junpei,
feeling
come on.
as you pass out.
Oh.
Yeah. Finally, Junpei understood. He understood what Jun was trying to say and why she was so scared.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't last very long.
See?
She was afraid that the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go higher than the floor they were on. He's losing, I know, fucking cabin fever in it. She did put it in a weird fucking way. Not really. It was pretty obvious what she was talking about. She's talking about fucking idiot. Hold on me. He thought about it, Junpei realised he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks.
Come to think of it, the lower floor,
He
D-deck is
heard-
completely
aye,
underwater.
exactly what he wanted to hear.
An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary.
Went straight in. You're right, Monica. Straight to Hall in the jail for Junpei.
Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did.
I feel like he didn't expose a massive mistake. Yeah, I picked the option knowing exactly what Junpei was talking about and knowing he was being a wee dirty, right? So. To be fair, Junpei, you wouldn't say, it's my first time, you wouldn't expect elevator straight down a submerged floor to happen multiple times in your life. Fair, but time and a place, life and death situation. Actually, no, never mind. Yep. He shed a cell. Just like, no one needs to know. Classic anime teen boy protagonist, skill of interest can only talk in double entendre, obviously. Yeah, you never been in this life or death situation? And you're like,
It didn't open
must
right
be.
away after you pressed the button.
Well, I was talking about that in their state. I mean, Zarek, you think they're going to die?
There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head towards the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Jun doesn't mean no. She had no qualms proposing common showers with Junpei.
Oh,
I don't
you're
remember
right. There.
She looked around the elevator,
Well,
slightly
let's
embarrassed.
test it.
She's been fly. Aye.
Tested.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
Pushed the E button and jumped out the elevator. Well, the door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. Away it goes.
I think I can hear
Went
it
through
opening
four.
on
You kind of
E-deck.
missed the flut. No, I remember them flutting, but like side points out, that was last stream. I can't be expected to remember that.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
Sarek, she could be leading them on. She's probably thinking, when am I going to get the chance to do this again? A few moments later, the elevator returned. It's going to be dry.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
Right, so we're heading the lift now. Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. Jun, however, still looked
What
confused.
does that mean? How can E-deck be safe if the D-deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator
Oh,
shaft
lighten us,
and
please.
E-deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
Oh, here we go. Right. Get your wee notepad out.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back
So
into
I'm
his
gonna go
pocket.
down and check it out. You stay here, all right?
Mansplay it. That's exactly what it was like, wasn't it?
But
Here, Jun, I've got something to show you. Let me draw you a picture, because just in case your wee brain can't handle it, draw diagrams and everything for you.
Come on, just do it, all right?
He gave Jun's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped onto the elevator. He pushed the E button and the door began to close. Jun looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision, when suddenly,
I'm coming with you.
Huh?
at the last possible moment, Jun dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Wait!
She didn't get it, to be fair. It's the drawing the diagrams bit. Just a bit. Come on. It was why the Titanic was supposed to be unsinkable. Supposed to be. There is a theory. There was some documentary I watched on it a while ago. There was a theory that they closed all the doors. Ship got hit. Big hole in it. Started to flood. They closed all the doors. It built up too much pressure. But apparently, if they'd went many compartments that got flooded. Aye. So that was maybe the thing. If they'd opened all the doors in the bottom deck and went up, that would have kept the ship afloat. But they closed everything and panicked, obviously, and everything burst.
Oh crap! It closed.
And obviously sunk it. The door had shut. He and Jun were in the elevator and it was headed down to E deck. He was so surprised by Jun that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on E
I
deck.
can't just let you go alone, you know.
Throughout the game, they even tell the game how they're counting. Yeah, so 2 + 4 = 6.
Ah, jeez.
I would, you know what, Si? That's fair. I would struggle with it, that. The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped out and looked
It
around.
looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. Jun's cheeks were pushed out and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded.
If Titanic went head at the iceberg rather than scraping the sides of it, it should have been fine. That's what it was designed for. The front was reinforced, the sides, not so much.
Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
A lot of lessons to be learned for that, isn't there? June looked around nervously then. It's kind for people that need to see the numbers written down, so I'll give it a pass.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
You drown. I mean, that's pretty much it. Junpei thought of that for a
we'd
moment.
probably get really wet up there.
Huh?
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're
Maybe
done
that's
looking
what they
around down
want.
here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they found himself in. First thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right
Iron
one.
bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Then maybe...
Well done. In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening. He walked up to it and stuck his head round the corner.
It looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
It's door number 3 we found.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Let's check.
Junpei and Jun set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. The lobsters signalled that Iceberg said, aye, try coming here with kind of sick of this, do I be eating? Help us out. It's good life from Junpei, well done, lad. Absolute belter. If you operate things the way that they are meant to, they normally work. Aye, big ship spreading misinformation. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in bright red paint.
I
6.
knew it!
This is a numbered door.
Well done. And indeed, there was a red bolted to the wall right next to the door.
But we can't do anything with only the 2 of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Junpei and Jun turned and headed back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
On the way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall.
Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me.
You really should.
Huh, so you guys found door 1.
They met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently there was a numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck, beyond the door that the F key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
So now we've located 2 new doors, the 6 door and the 1 door.
It is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in
Well,
thought.
we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That
Yeah.
would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Click there.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. You know, all the hmms. Jun bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Jun looked up at Junpei with large,
Yeah,
pleading eyes.
you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Big Bo was just built that way.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Yep.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Yep. Bye. 8 plus 6 plus 5 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Plus 0 equals 1.
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Just kidding, but not really. Lotus words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
It was 7. Ace was right behind him and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. 7 had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale. Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there, looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at Seven.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
Seven was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling and his voice was strained.
Snake is...
Seven couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke.
Snake is dead. He died, just as the 9th man did.
I see. It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken and realised he was having trouble breathing. Does this dream have the MGS scream? That's a good question. Got game over. Should think it might be. No scream, but we do the game over sound. Snake was selling snake oil and an M all along. Close enough.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
Oh, love that sound. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he left, the way he felt. All three were frozen in place. Oh, we do have that screen. Do I have the Willem screen? And Miro. All three were frozen in place, their faces white.
That's not true, is it?
Here comes the spam. Snake's last words were...
My depression is temporary, but these ass cheeks are legendary.
Yep. And it didn't echo either. An echo would have been good, that would have sounded like a memory. But I don't know why it's fixed itself, but it's done.
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
They noticed one another and headed to the number 3
Wait,
door.
not that way.
What? Why not?
Stopped short and turned to look at Seven. He was pointing at the door with no number.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Totally on brand, innit? And again, I can...
Where is,
The shower room, on the left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Well done, Santa.
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
The new destination cleared, Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left
This
wall.
wasn't open when we passed here before.
But now, just as Seven had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open.
Let's keep going.
They looked at it for a moment and stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Yep. Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched its nose shut.
Yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Why do I need to see a dead body? It's a bit morbid, isn't it? They're like, dead body? I need to see this. They're gonna do come poke him. It's like, I just jab him with the broom and be like, definitely, no, he's definitely dead. Definitely. Gentlemen, this is Mumbo number door with no number. That actually, I was gonna say kind of rhymes. It's the same word, but it's still it's kind of rhyme. See a body. Imagine it's like the one thing you could trust somebody on into. Like, which is what a 9 reference. I don't have confirmation and a clue how it happened. I mean, I take the word for it. A hideous smell filled the air so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour, it smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked his way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance to his stomach. Santa did it Placing a bet, Snape's on the naughty list. Aye, big Santa, just going around cancelling birth certificates there.
Where is he? Where's Snake?
He put his hand over his mouth, struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged. You just take the word for it, he'd be dead. Aye, if they're like, oh, it exploded, I'd be like, okay. I don't really want to see that. They didn't have to wonder where the body was. There was blood everywhere. A few arms of the splatter reaching towards them as they walked through the door. Although, get initials here. All one had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind the divider.
You should stay here.
But...
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright?
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole, turned, and walked towards the edge of the divider. That is a clue in it. Ella.
Going in.
Felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Yep, it's closed. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. Lads are low. Nick. It's too much effort. If you're dying, you can't be bothered. It's just like straight lines alluded to the curve for the arse over the anna. None of you who are pumpkins would see it. Women have never seen blood before. Women have never seen blood before she die. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, blood. For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in that instant he would take the image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in the great Red Sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. I mean, protect poor little June, but Lotus, she knows too much to be worried about. Did he explode? Did he? Maybe a tomato sauce. Could be tomato sauce. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Just like Ace said.
So descriptive. Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his own.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
People who explode don't tend to leave messages. Exactly. So what's the LR about? Spaghetti meatballs kind of scene now. Those knees all weak, weren't they? This has been a lovely scene since like dinner. Just imagine somebody spilt some spaghetti. That's all. It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Really, Santa? His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. He went boom. Kablooey. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in
The
pieces.
face. It's horrible.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Can't tell who it is. So is it Snake? Looking at the sauce stains on my pizza. Yep. Santa's deduction. Santa's fucking on it, aren't they? You got somebody joining you for dinner? Say. It's like guts everywhere, bits of fat dripping down bits. Fuck, he's broke his arm. Shit. That's going to be painful. Half his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. There you go, Si. Just to fully set the scene for you. His clothes too were covered in blood. burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the grey slacks.
But the clothes are...
Yeah, that's not what he was wearing. We're all familiar
No
with
mistake
Junpei.
about it. It's Snake.
He was wearing a blue jacket. Fuck size dinner, eh? I know. Fed the dog just for eating my dinner, and it was raw meat. God, man. It's just not something you should be watching me eating dinner. Very Italian. Murder first spaghetti, now pizza, next we call them lasagna. Aye. The skin dangled like loose lasagna sheets. It doesn't make much worse. Melissa's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard it catch in her throat. The fuck? It's a good choice, Kirkin. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl, similar to the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank, stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces. Game Dev's waiting on a lunch break. Often I'm dishing up Otis' dinner and thinking, this is like a zombie massacre. I remember having to feed my aunt's dog. Just died.
Snake was probably murdered.
But it's... ugh.
Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was.
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, Jun, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
Excuse me. It's pretty straightforward. Oh wait, that's what he said.
First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it, alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake, but he didn't give up.
It's giving you time to take my leave. Good luck with the game, Mike, and take care, everyone. Zarek, cheers for popping in, pal. I'm not actually going to be on much longer because I did not realise the time. Probably save up after this conversation, but cheers for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, pal. Literally this scene, his arms are sweaty and he's spaghetti. Exactly.
He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead.
A wee bit of pizza thrown in there as well, just, you know, had a wee something extra money.
It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door, and then 81 seconds after he was shoved in.
Streaming live tomorrow. That I am. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, right here. Will be second part of Twilight Princess. Yes, I bank holiday tomorrow.
That happened.
Which kind of works out because I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday. So tickets to the video game music live thing at the Royal Concert Hall. So you have to do without me for Tuesday. But a wee bonus stream on Monday. I'll keep these. Otis deserves pizza, even if it's only a small amount.
I see.
Otis does.
So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
No, so it's someone else. Oh, it's gonna fuck off. Got a big bowl of meat. And he had brownies? Oh, nah.
That means we're
pizza
getting
then.
multiple perps here.
Had brownies. Is it like music for video games? Video games, I sleep. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a set list. But it's just the orchestra playing a random selection. What? I don't know if they post set list on the website. Come on. Royal Concert Hall, Glasgow. Video game music in concert. Let's see. The RSNO, Royal Scottish National Orchestra, takes on video game soundtracks in a promising dramatic concert conducted by film and video game composer Amy Unnoon, featuring music from Warcraft, Resident Evil, Last of Us, Halo, Call of Duty, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Super Mario, and more. So there we go. It's just called Video Games Music in Concert at the Royal Concert Hall. The Glasgow Royal Concert Hall, obviously. I got a fair amount there. The photos is like, Doug, there's always room for second dinner. There's always room for a second dinner. Shikafucker has got 3 breakfasts and he still wanted dinner. Fucking fly one, ain't he, man? I went to something selling my grandparents years ago. It was A Night at the Movies. That man. Live knock-off Barry to jump. Imagine Big Barry appearing. The last thing I went to was it was Lord of the Rings music. Well, it was mostly Lord of the Rings music. The first half, or the first third, was Lord of the Rings. The middle third was music from just kind of generic films, like well-known music from films, and ended more Lord of the Rings. Oh, it's fucking good man. I think the best one I've been to was a Danny Elfman night. Who was actually, I didn't expect him. I didn't actually think Danny Elfman would be there. I thought it was just Danny Elfman's music, but he was there, which is just even better. Oh, Paradise Kill Alive. I've not finished that. I'm a wee bit of the way through the music and it's fucking great, man. Barry's done a fucking good job at that.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think.
Probably. I remember they played Lord of the Rings, Jurassic Park, Star Wars. Good. You see hearing it live, just so much better. The Lord of the Rings one, they played my absolute favourite piece of music from Lord of the Rings, and I was hoping they would play it. It was Riders of Rohan. That's my favourite bit of music from that. It was just fucking magic.
Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis.
No, you don't, jump in. Or the best thing for the Danny Elfman night, they played the 1989 Batman theme. Oh my fucking god. Actual goosebumps hearing that played live by fuck off orchestra. You know that Danny Elfman's ripped as fuck, so obviously pick him on stage, no top on and feelings. It was fully closed for that night we went.
We were all off searching the rooms,
so
we'd
no
been
idea what it looks like.
Looking for those parts.
Yeah, that means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Junsen shot. All yous are killers, potentially.
How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Or all of us?
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
This is actually the calmest Seven has been.
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it?
They played a medley for Lord of the Rings. The best bit was the Khazad-dûm theme. Drums, bass section. They played that night as well, and just feeling everything like that. Just
any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight?
Yes.
Oops.
That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Oh yes, that's not gonna happen.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
It fits with the by the end. Purple does get you going, doesn't it?
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes.
one of
Almost
us.
certainly
Oh,
Zero
Zero.
himself.
Drum bass sounds like one party.
If there's
You know what,
anyone
Zach?
we should doubt, it should be Zero.
As soon as somebody says, get the Khazad drum and bass on, you know it's a party. She's making sure the friendship bracelets. We'll cut up some of Santa's
He
scarf.
masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Possibly.
Good question.
Jinpei hadn't really considered
If
that.
Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Jinpei, was Zero still on the ship with him? Fuck it, of course he is. Well, they've already matched it. They'll need just kind of etch in something that the wristband's in.
But I don't...
Zero's somewhere on the ship, but Jinpei had no idea where. Jinpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought.
Where could Zero be hiding?
Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Jinpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he had heard the ghosting, moaning noise. Moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was cold and monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
I mean, it's not far-fetched, is it? Bet Zero in the Sicily parts feels Scuba Gear. No one's going to think to look in there. Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breathing. Yeah, because everyone knows that the only cure to being blown the fuck up is the power of friendship. It's exactly it. Exactly it, Gherkin. And also it's about that Zero is among us. That's why no one has blown up the My Little Ponies exactly, Gherkin. Many have tried. Finally, common sense in the game. It's only took, what, 2 parts? 5-6 hours? Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? That's possible.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
All possible.
Like Clover said, Zero...
What are you saying, Jumpy?
It's painfully obvious what's been said, Jin.
Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets.
He held out his
Why are
left
the
arm.
bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets?
Mick believes he could have filled his earphones a lot sooner. I would have.
You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the Nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves.
It couldn't do 1+3. Maybe it's a front. Maybe it's all bit. So you don't know.
In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Rules make a society. No rule, not school. Jumpy let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa
So
who
let's
answered.
say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely.
Cameras.
That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah.
Jinpei
Seven,
nodded.
when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
All right,
it
then.
was that.
I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of
Awesome.
any other explanation.
They're all saying something like that. It's like, no, that's what you said.
So what do
Anyway.
we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. Seven and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
I mean, they complement each other well if they're right, and generally let things work. No one spoke. Faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if he believed them or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up. So you have perfect memory of the exact words you use.
What were his motives?
Moving on.
His motives?
Let me turn this theory into an equation. Don't crash. It's hard enough keeping up with the theory.
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Zero equals enemy and Snake equals dead. These are constants. Yeah. The death part, definitely.
Oh, well,
Just us.
that's because...
Just sigh. Try to be a smart ass.
Piss off and die, Mick.
Cheers, elves. Junpei choked. Yeah, I thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
Don't know.
Well,
Lotus
so much
sighed.
for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
Everyone has circumstantial evidence. If you consider that Spelight is also a constant, C equals 3 times 10 to the power of 8.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Stick it up for that. Junpei was painfully aware of the eyes on him and their disapproval. My trying to be a smart ass. Sure. Try to find something else, anything else to look at. Poking holes in my argument. Knowing fine well I don't remember everything I say. You can come into the stream tomorrow and I won't remember half of what I said today. Try something else, anything else to look at then, and the horrible silence. It's the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Wow.
Then we need to move now.
My head has too much texture to say something.
7, Clover, Junpei.
I'm not being a smart, that is actually what they said.
I
know
know how
that
you feel,
because it was
but
only
you
like
do
2 or 3 minutes ago.
understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
And because it was only a couple minutes ago, I don't remember. Don't ask them what they said at the start of the stream. Only 3 hours after that's enough time for. Oh, it's time
You're
for a
right,
good nap.
but...
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. The eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very
We
far
must
away.
go. We have very little time left.
Yeah, it's much later than that was common as well, like last year at least. At least they're kind of easing off a bit. It's still not fun having to go through it, but if they're lessening, it's a good sign. Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were going.
Our next destination is Mercury.
Mercury.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
All right, let's go, June.
Right.
Let's go, June.
Here it is.
It sat bolted to the wall near the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen between the two
The
elevators.
Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave.
Yeah.
Yep.
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
I think Seven said something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens.
Right, that seems like a good point. Yep. Finish 7. Yeah. Let's get back to the title screen. That seems like a good place to end it. So next week we'll see exactly what's behind that door. Just go get tunes on, because as soon as I click. Oh, the music's still going? No, there we go. Music stopped. Right. Let's quit the game. Let's quickly get some tunes on. Is anything playing? There we go.
Welcome to Club 86.
So, cheers for the stream. Cheers for the stream. Streamed. Cheers for the follow. Brain is mush. So, cheers for the follow. Thank you all for being here. As much as you probably hate it. Try to follow my my things. Solution problem solving, that's the one. Fuck me, man. But no, glad you all enjoyed it. Grade A chat, absolutely everything is here. It is grade A chat. Even if I ain't bringing it, yous definitely are. Will do. Manlin is on playing some
My
Banjo
depression is
Kazooie.
temporary, but these ass cheeks are legendary.
Oh, that's starting to echo again. That's annoying. But yes, absolutely. There's your motto for the day. I'm glad you've had a good time. The background now, if I put my camera off, it's Rose's Theatre. Oh, there we go, yeah. But Rose's Theatre, or Mini Theatre for Final Fantasy 9. This, like, I don't clip out as much, which is nice. You provide a place for it to be brought to be fair. That is true. Even if I can't bring it, I'm providing a place for you to bring a good chat to. So, bye. We're settled on the Mini Theatre. I don't know where I got this image from actually. Bye. We're settled on Mini Theatre. So, we've got the Final Fantasy 8 start. We've got the Final Fantasy 9 background for the live piece, the actual game. This background for just chatting. It's a Final Fantasy 7 music. Got it all going on. Bye. It's massively appreciated. Jonathan, cheers for the raid, as always. But yes, I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10 AM BST. So Final Fantasy 7 pause screen, complete the piece. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to get a Be Right Back screen sorted. That's what I can work on tonight actually. Final 7. Yeah, it'll be pause screen. I was trying to think how we could fully encompass that. That is a good shout. Cheers, Crash. Yes. If you're a fan of the Twilight Princess tomorrow, even if you're not a fan of Twilight Princess, you're just here for the chat. Tomorrow, 10 AM BST, we'll be here with some more Twilight Princess. Haven't done much in it so far. It's been created. We'll go see Marlon play some Banjo Kazooie. Looking forward to more of Zelda streams, but I'm more than happy to oblige. There is so many Zelda games we can get through as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some dinner. I'm starving, man. I've got a breakfast wrap and that's it, and half a toasty. So I need to get some scran in. But again, thank you all for being here. Chat, even the piss taking, the helping, it's all massively appreciated. Yeah, I will catch you tomorrow. I don't even know what tune this is that's playing. I thought that was Fly Me to the Moon. Anyway, go off, enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Whatever you're up to, enjoy your weekend. I think most of you are off tomorrow, I think. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you in the morning. I'll set you up for a nice bank holiday Monday. Till then, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.